I co-founded a software company, and in 2024, I scaled it to over 8 figures. And on the internet, you hear so many people talking about how hard it is to start a software company, or that it's impossible to do it without a tech background. I want to tell you that both is not true. I have precisely zero of a tech background, and it's not that hard. I want to uncover the biggest misconceptions and 5 truths that I've learned over the past few years, and that will help you understand the reality of a software business. Number 1, you do not need a tech background. As I said in the intro, I do have precisely zero of a tech background. I don't even know how to code a single word, literally nothing. But obviously having good development and having good tech in your software is essential, but it does not have to be you. You do not have to be the person that's developing all the stuff themselves. All you need is a good partner or co-founder, which I had. When I started my software company, that has grown so massively, I had a very good partner that knew the in and outs of all the technical stuff. And this is all you need. It's that simple. All these solopreneur, do-it-yourself software guys will not be able to agree with me, but coming from someone who is very successful with his software company and knows nothing about development, I can tell you that it's not. The thing is that I even have a friend who is literally 10 times more successful than me. His company is well in the 9 figures, so $100 million. And even he himself has zero of a tech background. You just simply don't need it. And if this is what's stopping you from starting the business of my dreams, then that's just stupid. You do not need a tech background. I'm saying it for the 10th time. You just don't need it. And me and my friend should be an example for that. Number 2, you need to build a product based on demand. Because you can have literally the best idea. If no one cares about it and there's no demand for it, it's literally irrelevant. And I see now that there's a huge hype of building an AI chatbot software, which is literally stupid because there is zero demand for some fancy-pantsy bullshit ChatGPT knockoff software. No one needs it. No one cares about it. While on the other hand, if you would develop an AI chatbot that listens to sales calls, to the recordings of sales calls, and gives you specific analysis, feedback, and advice, that would be a much better software AI business. So don't run for stupid hypes that sound super good in theory. You need to find a niche, or even better, a sub-niche where there is a demand and there is a need for your service or product. It's much better to take a niche that is already successful and make something with a little bit of a spice, with a little secret twist, than to totally reinvent the wheel and make a blatant copy of something. What I would do if I would have to start over, I would pick a concept of a software that is already successful, but implement it into a sub-niche where I have a certain edge, a certain level of experience, a certain knowledge about solving a specific problem. This is what I would do. And this sounds so far, probably for most of you. We're on our phones every day. We use our laptops every single day. And there's millions of possibilities for problems to be solved and our life to be made easier, and in turn for you as the software owner to make money. So there's millions of possibilities, but just don't be this idiot that does a blatant ChatGPT copy with some fancy AI app. That's just literally retarded. Number 3, a software company's growth is very unique. And this is coming from someone who has tried literally every business that exists. I've tried dropshipping, I've tried affiliate marketing, I've tried selling coachings, I've tried funnel building, I've tried Instagram businesses, I've tried social media marketing agencies. I've tried literally everything. I'm not in business since yesterday. I fell in love with software, but it's still very unique. You cannot forget, it is not comparable to dropshipping or any other business. Because obviously, you will need to invest money in the beginning. Developing is not free. Having a co-founder that does all the technical stuff is not free, but you don't need millions of dollars. If you have 10, 20, 30, 40K, There's ways to do it. You don't need to be a multimillionaire to start a software company if you don't know tech. That's just a big illusion. Another core difference to, let's say, if you're a dropshipping brand that sells underwear, is that the growth is very steady. You will grow slow and steady, especially because you have monthly recurring revenue, the golden word of software, MRR. I'll go into that a bit later. But once you're established, you can experience explosive growth. On this Black Friday, I've made $100,000 because I had a very good promotion. The marketing was on point. And yeah, of course, you can make that money with if you have an underwear brand, if you make good ads. But you can't forget that in software, it's MRR, reoccurring revenue. If I get $100,000 worth of new customers, I get $100,000 every month into my pocket. So a software's profit is so much better than any other business because it's reoccurring. Many people do not understand the power of this. You have sustainability and a constant level of new money coming in at the beginning of the month. Try selling underwear. When will someone buy a new underwear? When their old underwear has holes. He will not buy underwear every single month. And that's the big difference with software and all the other businesses. Keep in mind that potential exits and multipliers, also another very fancy word in software, are just easier in software than in any other business. Because if you have a underwear company that generates $1 million a year profit, then you could sell it for a tiny fraction of a multiplier than compared to a software company that makes $1 million a year. It's just that insane. It is true that software companies offer better exits. And the biggest exits you've heard, like HubSpot, PayPal, Yahoo, all these things that where they exited or partially exited, it was software. So keep that in mind, that the level and the multipliers are just not comparable. And that's why I would pick software literally any single day of the week over any other existing business, because I've tried them all. Literally, I have experience in literally almost every business that exists on this planet Earth. And software is by far the best. The one that I chose, the one that made me a bit of money, and that I would recommend. Regardless where you are or what kind of non-existing tech background you have. It's just the S-tier business, in my opinion. I totally forgot that the main thing is that you are not dependent on so many factors. If you have an underwear brand, what happens if your factory blows up? What happens if the customs pull out your package from the mail? What happens if someone injures themselves in your underwear and sues you? All this stuff doesn't exist in software. Of course, it can happen. You can have a bumpy road, but you are dependent on yourself. If you have a proper foundation, then straight sailing ahead. That's the great thing I love. Besides the MRR and besides the multipliers, is that you are self-reliable. If you have a good product, you're self-dependent. You're independent from future problem causers, which is a huge benefit. Number 4, your people skills and social management skills are much more important than you think and than other people want to tell you. Because of course, all these solopreneur tech guys will come at me and be super angry, but you need to be a good leader and you need to possess good social skills in order to run a successful software company. Because at a certain level, you need a team, especially if you don't know tech, you need a development team. And you will need sales and marketing, onboarding, product. You'll need people, trust me. And if you can't manage them properly, especially for developers, because of course, salespeople, you'll give them an incentive and they'll work away. But with developers, I swear to God, it's different. Developers are 0% money driven. I have developers who I could offer tons of money and they'd be, no. If they don't want to do it, they're just not money driven. It just doesn't work like that for them. They are just a different type of employee. And if you do not know how to properly manage people, then you'll never be successful in software. And I've thought about this, and the 4 reasons or the 4 ways how you can manage your people better is by number 1, having a mission. Your company has to have a clear goal, what you want to do. If it's your mission to revolutionize the sales industry space by making an amazing AI call analyzer software, that's a very valid mission. But you need it. You need a mission that you and your team follow and that shows that there is light at the end of the horizon. Number 2, almost the same word, vision. You need a vision where you want to go in the next 12 to 18 months, because your team will feel this vision. The developers will feel this vision. They will feel like they're working on something with a purpose. And this is what you need in your company, for sure, 100%. Number 3 is values. Values that you and your company embody, that every member on the team embodies. For my business, it's honesty, proactivity, being rational, and hard work. These are the values that I care about and the values that I want to see in the people that work for me. Number 5 is management and social skills. If you don't know how to manage people, it just will not work. You need to understand how to deal with problems, how to help someone with motivation, how to find the bottlenecks in your employees. You have to do that. I've made a few videos about this on my channel. You need to master this, or else you will never have success in the software industry. Ever. Of course, you can be the best techie software guy. If you don't have a team, you will just never be able to scale. It's just simply impossible. Truth number 5, selling your company. This is a golden situation in the software industry. If you can exit your business for a huge multiplier. Selling your company will not happen by chasing the exit. There is way too many people in this industry that have a level of success and they aggressively, ignorantly chase the exit with everything that they have in their repertoire. But let me tell you, that's really, 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 really stupid. Because the best and most profitable exits happen when your product is so good that you don't have to and you don't want to exit. That's the best point to exit, ironically. Because this is when you'll get the best offers, when you really have to be convinced to even consider selling. And I've sat at tables with people, and believe me, that if you're this needy guy that they feel you like look around and you see the money, that you will never sell your business, ever. Ever, 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 ever. Focus on building your product. Don't be a moron. Focus on building your product, on building your software, on making it a product that is truly enjoyable, and build it to a level of momentum where you do not want to sell. As simple as that. Because this is when you will get the best offers with the highest multiples, when you do not want to sell. This is the secret that no one tells you. I hope that regardless of if you have a software company or want to start one or think about pivoting your business, I hope this video helped you and it gave you some insight in the truths about the software business. Coming from someone who has scaled his software company to 8 figures. I hope these lessons helped you, and I'll see you in the next video.